You okay? Tell me who's gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Let me tell y'all. I don't know why Candy. That was Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who gonna check me, boo? Her song. I don't know why Candy went and filled all these housewives' minds with they can go make these songs and she gonna produce it and this craziness. Kim got lucky with Don't Be Tardy for the Party. That was nothing but Jesus that came down and let that happen. But all these other, her and Sheree want to ask who go check her, and I heard Cynthia is supposed to be making a song too, which I just think is preposterous. But I'm not here for it. So here we go. Today, let's get into the weekend wrap up because we have a lot to discuss. Excuse me. So let us start with our favorite love triangle since Stevie J, Mimi, and Jocelyn, and hopefully this will be the last time I talk about these three: Chris Brown, Crash Bandicoot, and Rihanna. So Saturday, Chris Brown tweeted a picture of a bunch of like bags and things of that nature, and he tweeted like a caption that made us assume that he was putting Carrie Douche out of his house, getting her stuff out and things of that nature because they were officially broken up with that whole video. Oh, yeah, I told you about the video on the weekday wrap up. But the video he made just like completely blew Crash Bandicoot's high, and she was pissed, and she just felt like she had been embarrassed, and she probably should feel embarrassed because at the end of the day, even though we've been telling Carrie Douche since the beginning of time that, well, it wasn't the beginning of time. Let's say, which came first, the birthday cake song or those pictures of them, Chris Brown and Rihanna on that yacht together? Whichever one came first. We've been telling you since then, Crash Bandicoot, that this whole situation ain't gonna get nothing but messy for you. You should have ducked out then, but you didn't. You stuck around, and now you are embarrassed. And she's like the ex. She's like the ex person out. We won't be talking much about her anymore because now she's not Chris Brown's girlfriend anymore. She's just the little model girl who used to date Chris Brown. Other than that, we don't know her for anything. So apparently Chris and Rihanna are getting back together, which I think is great because I believe they genuinely love each other. Do I think they're healthy for each other? Probably not. But hey, I'm not the one to judge. Love is love, being love, things of that nature. Anywho, speaking of love, the whole Will Smith and Jada Pickett rumors are back about them getting divorced, courtesy of Jada Smith putting on Facebook the following update. Here we go. I am on a tremendous journey of great change in every area of my life, and I see how change can be scary. For instance, how Will and I raise our family is a tremendous change from the norm. It can be scary for some folks, but it should not never threaten how anyone else chooses to raise their child or children, or how they choose to live their lives. We all have the freedom to choose to live how we want. The freedom of choice is the crux of happiness. We are not here to live up to others' approvals. Take responsibility for your life, all capitals, your values, your beliefs, and expect no one to hold that banner for you or to prove it right. When we do that, what someone else is doing won't matter so much. Remember, one day you will die. Don't waste a moment simply fearing to live because of what someone may think about you. Live and let live. So, I think I did a video. It was one of my first videos from here about Will and Jada breaking up. And people put Will and Jada Smith on such a high pedestal and it's mostly in the African American community or the black community, whichever one you identify with. Because they're like that one couple who that everybody believes is the American dream, successful, black, and happy, allegedly. So if they break up, people talk about, so please don't let Will and Jada break up. What are we going to do? What the hell do you mean what are you going to do? What have you been doing? Like, what were you doing before they got together? Go back to doing that. Like, I don't think it's such a big deal if they get, like, people get divorced every day. It's nothing big to me. So, if they get divorced, I'll tell y'all about it, and then I'll be done with it. So, anywho. Um, allegations: Shakira is pregnant, which would be so festive. Shakira, y'all know Shakira, the Colombian singer, Whenever, Wherever, which was her most epic song, if you ask me. I don't give a damn what nobody says. That video, when I was in like 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade, was everything of life. So congratulations to Shakira. There are rumors circulating about Pharrell and Frank Ocean being an item and things of that nature. Now, over last week, or this week, it was this week, but it was, now it's last week, but y'all know, sometime between last Monday and Friday, there was a picture of Pharrell in a very uncompromising position that was leaked, and, well, it was alleged Pharrell. Because, sometimes these pictures can get totally misconstrued, and you can put somebody in that, somebody can have a similar tattoo, and they can say, boom, that's a celebrity. So, an alleged picture of Pharrell in an uncompromising position came out, and then along with that, a picture of him and Frank Ocean having dinner, and there's just like speculations of them being together. And if you ask me if they're together, I don't give a hell. I really don't. That good for them. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Congratulations. I'm not sure. What do you say to people who just start dating? Good luck. Have fun. I guess, whatever. Okay, Hulk Hogan, for y'all who don't know, has a sex tape. Now, why somebody would want to pay $1 million? Wait, is offering millions of dollars for his nasty sex tape. Why anybody would want to pay $5 to see Hulk Hogan have sex? I will never understand. This man is all of about 60 or 70 years old, possibly. No one wants to see him boning anyone, or at least I don't. And I just can't, I don't fathom why Hulk Hogan, what's the fascination between seeing Hulk Hogan have sex? I just can't. There's nothing appealing about that in my mind. So, I'm sure there's someone who's watching this that's probably like, you a lie. I don't like it. It's your prerogative. I'm not here to judge. Bow Wow is actually possibly broke. Well, I would say broke because he got more money than I do. So I wouldn't call him broke. But apparently he told the judge he had all of $1,500 in his account. Now, here's the key. There are creditors who are coming for Bow Wow for the past 3 years. Ever since he leased a 2005 Ferrari F430 in 2008. So he started to fall behind on his payments before 2009 even rolled around. And the leasing company sued him and got a judgment of $216,084.75. Don't forget they 75 cents. They will come back for it. Them three quarters is no joke. Okay, so since he paid the judgment, he's, a little low on funds and things of that nature. But that was just the 216.84 and 75 cents was just how much the judgment was. Now, because he didn't pay it immediately, well, he didn't pay it at all. The interest on the judgment is now $284,785.13. That's a dime and 3 pennies, or 2 nickels and 3 pennies, or 13 pennies, whatever. So basically, he's broke, and he's telling that's what he's going with. I'm paying this money for this car that I got probably repoed. If I couldn't pay for a car, I would tell them to come pick the shit up. A bus pass is way cheaper than having somebody come and knocking at your door and you can't pay your bills and stuff like that. So go get you a bus pass, my wow. It's humbling. It's a very humbling experience. So that's that. Let's talk about Cissy and Kristina, or what's her name? Bobbi Kristina. So Cissy is on trash again, trying to essentially hold back the funds that were given to Bobbi Kristina from her mother, Whitney Houston's estate. Y'all know who Bobbi Kristina is by now, and Cissy Houston and things of that nature. So Bobbi Kristina is going to get a shitload of money from her mother's passing. Now, Cissy being the grandmother, wants to swindle her child in her bosom, or her granddaughter in her bosom, and wants to protect her with all she has, and believes that she's immature and doesn't want her to go down the same path that her mother did. Here's my problem. Cissy, I understand you're a concerned grandmother. But here's the thing. When you shelter children or people like that in general, that makes them want to break out even more. Prime example. So, if anything, be there, concerned, but don't get too excited. Don't be all up in her business and mix and telling her you can't do this and you can't do that. Because at the end of the day, she's going to rebel more than she already has. And then that's when she's going to get into the habits that her mother may have had, or you believe that her mother will have and pass on to her or whatever. I just think they should leave Bobbi Kristina and her little boyfriend slash brother, whatever, alone. And another thing about that, that man is not Whitney Houston's child. That is a young man who Whitney took in as a young, tiny type of Christ, and there is no blood that's the same running through his blood, his veins, and Bobbi Kristina veins. So quit calling her an incest whore and saying she needs to go on Jerry Springer because it's rude. I had somebody say that in one of my comments in the backpack. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about Mariah and Nicki update. They have dragged the Love BScott into this a whole mix-up, okay? For y'all who don't know who Love BScott is, go to the little search bar up there and type in Love BScott and watch his videos. BScott is hilarious. Well, when he used to do videos, he got a little fancy and ain't been on YouTube in a while. No shade or nothing. I'm just saying I miss BScott. But anywho, so apparently back in when Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey did that Up on My Face video, there was shade being thrown then. But it came to it, I am totally recording. That was Mom, in case y'all didn't know. Anywho, so yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, Nika. There was shade thrown at the video shoot back then. So, according to TMZ, Mariah was to BScott, who's big on the internet, appeared in the video. He told TMZ the following. Mariah went out of her way to be nice to Nicki and make her feel comfortable. But BScott said Nicki was a raving bitch, those are in quotations, making faces at her, Mariah, laced with rude comments under her breath. BScott says he blew the whistle on Nicki by giving Mariah the lowdown. BScott says Mariah decided not to confront Nicki and acted as if nothing had happened. A source close to Nicki tells TMZ BScott is a liar because he works as Mariah's stunt double, and of course he would say things like that. He worked for her for years. BScott says he stayed in touch with Mariah and spoke with her Tuesday or Thursday night. Mariah says she wants to bury the hatchet with Nicki on American Idol and focus on the contestants. Good luck with that. Okay, here's my thing. As far as I know, when BScott first met Mariah Carey, it had to be possibly maybe 5 years ago. It might be less than 5 years ago, because I remember when he did his interview with her, that was their first time actually, meeting or whatever, I believe. So he got his interview and they've been, hooked up friends ever since, whatever. So even regardless of whether BScott was involved in the situation, why would they drag him into this? I mean, yeah, they're best friends, and apparently I didn't know he was her stunt double. I had no idea. And I really want to look into that some more, because I'm not too sure if that's true, and I'm actually a little scared to report on that because I'm not sure if that's true. But if that is the case, I wouldn't. It seemed like it was such a happy video shoot. They must all be actors, because they all seemed happy and canoodling and sipping on Merino, Beverly Hills, or Vegas and things of that nature. So I wouldn't know. But excuse me, this is all gonna get a mess, and I can't wait for it to actually start. I think Steven Tyler said that this entire little blow up was a publicity stunt. It's BS. So he's not on the show anymore. So that's it for the weekend wrap up. This is a 15-minute video. I can't. All right, y'all. Peace.